Hello, everyone. I am back. I know it's been a while since I last posted a YouTube video, but I haven't gone anywhere, and I'm so excited to start creating content and sharing with you on my channel. So, thank you so much for following along on my journey. In this video, I break down the basics of loan documents and share with you lots of tips and recommendations. So, let's get right into it. So here's what I'll cover in the video. I'll start with a quick introduction, share my backstory with loan documents and how I started my business. I'll then get into signing appointment tips. We'll take a look at the top 3 loan documents everyone should be familiar with and scripts on how to present them, as well as tips for recording in your notary journal, what my DOCS acronym means, and like I promised, everyone watching this video will receive a free workbook, and we'll end with a special invitation. So once again, thanks for joining me. If we haven't met, I'm Nicole Roberts. I go by Nicole Notary Roberts on a lot of my platforms. And like my name mentions, I'm a notary and entrepreneur. I started my business over 3 years ago here in Tampa, Florida. And if we haven't met yet, say hi in the comments. Overall, I love connecting with other notaries and loan signing agents and entrepreneurs and helping them find success in their businesses. So, my goal for you when you walk away from this video is that you feel comfortable and confident with loan documents and that you're ready to take on signing appointments with ease. So, before we dive in, I invite you to use this time to really focus, shut down any distractions, click out of the million tabs you may have open. I know I'm guilty of this too because we only have a short time together. And as I guide you through the materials, I really want you to start feeling confident with loan documents. So, a quick backstory on how I got to where I am today. Frankly, I was overwhelmed when I started over 3 years ago and really unsure of what to do. I don't know if you feel this way too, but I felt like in theory I had the knowledge and understood loan documents at a surface level, but didn't really know my next steps or practically what to do. I had all these unanswered questions after I completed my training, like how do I start and end a signing appointment? What are the best ways to present documents? What if I run across a new document and I don't know what it is and how to present it to signers? What if the signers ask me a question and I don't know an answer? These fears and doubts and questions I had were really preventing me from taking the leap and going out there to do loan signings. That's when I realized that I could ease these fears and build my own confidence with guides and resources. I felt like in order to feel comfortable, I needed scripts and checklists and cheat sheets for myself. And I looked all over for these resources online, but I couldn't find anything that I really liked or I thought was helpful. So I decided to get to work and create my own. One day I was driving and it just hit me that I should create myself a binder with these resources that I'm so desperate to have. So I put in my binder scripts to a variety of loan documents, a rescission calendar, checklists for before, during, and after a signing appointment, and extra notarial certificates. And after I made this binder, I saw immediate results. Having this binder in my bag with me at signings conveyed professionalism. I had a clear sense of how to run a loan signing appointment from start to finish. I no longer felt hesitant, and most importantly, I felt confident and ready to take on signings. Now that I've shared a little about my backstory, before we go any further, I wanted to know your answers to the following questions. So, do you know in theory how to notarize documents but have yet to begin working as a notary or loan signing agent? That was definitely me at the beginning. Do you wish you could learn loan docs without having to spend a lot of time or energy? And do you want to do more loan signings but have zero clue where to start? Let me know in the comments. I want to see where you're at. So, if you answered yes to any of these questions or kind of thought through them and answered them in your head that yes, you agree, then you are in the right spot. This video is for you. So let's get into all the tips and tricks so you can start leveling up your loan signing agent game. So you'll want to make sure that you stay until the end because, like I said, all attendees, everybody watching the video will receive a free workbook where I give you my step-by-step guidance on how to have successful loan signing appointments. So make sure you don't go anywhere. So first things first, let's chat about notary essentials. Before even getting into loan signings, you need to, of course, be a notary. If you don't have your commission yet, this is step one, and you can find out how to do this on your Secretary of State website. And I would recommend looking into training with the NNA. You'll next want to be prepared with supplies and get your business established and registered according to what's required in your state. And finally, you'll need to sign up with signing services to start receiving notifications for appointments. And I walk you through how to do a lot of this on my YouTube channel, so be sure to check out those videos. Now that you've received your commission, you have your business set up, and you're ready to go, the next tips are on how to have a successful appointment from start to finish. When you first get the notification that you've been appointed as the notary for a loan signing, you'll want to confirm the appointment with the signer, step number one. Next, for your own purposes, log your appointment. You can do this a variety of ways, but I like using Notary Gadgets. But it could just be doing it paper pencil or a spreadsheet that you have. My third tip is to plan ahead. Know when you need to leave, the logistics about the appointment. You'll then print documents if you've received them and gather your supplies like pens, your notary journal, stamp, envelope, things like that. And then on the day of the appointment or a few hours out, confirm for a final time the appointment with the signer. Then when you arrive, it's really nice to set the tone with a welcome and a quick intro on how the appointment will go with the signer. And after that, you'll review the docs for accuracy and update the necessary parties on the successful completion of the signing. So to break it down further, let's do a quick review on notarizing documents. This you'll do at every appointment. So you'll start with identifying the signer with a valid ID, and then I like to log that information into my notary journal right away. Next, you'll scan the notarial certificates in the documents and see if they meet the guidelines for your state. In general, they need to have the venue, so the state, the county, but it could be different depending on where you live. The body will have the name of the signer and the date at the very least. You'll have your signature and your seal, aka your notary stamp. In Florida, I know there are additional components that are required, which include if it was a remote online notarization or that they physically appeared before you, plus how you identified the signer. So it's key to know your state's notarial guidelines. So as you can see with this sample jurat, it has all of the components that I just mentioned. So the venue, it has the body of the notarial certificate, the notarial signature, or the notary signature, and the stamp. So now let's take a look at the top 3 loan documents. So quick tips on presenting loan documents, especially as you're starting out. Signers most likely already know everything that's in the documents, so you want to keep it brief, keep it concise, and only say what it is that they're signing. They should have already reviewed everything and received a copy ahead of time, so nothing should be a surprise. So that way you can run your appointment at a pace that you feel comfortable with, but there's no need to be long-winded when presenting documents. As you can see with these sample ones, they're just a few sentences long and really just outline what it is that the signer is signing. So these 3 documents, you'll see over and over again, and that's why it's really important to have a concise description, especially of these 3. So feel free to take these descriptions, but this is what I like to say. So for the deed, a sample script is, this document shows you as the owner of record on the property, and it also lets you know your lender, or let your lender has a security interest in the property. It will be recorded in public records for the county. Then there's the note and the closing disclosure. Quick tip here, take a screenshot so that you can come back to these sample scripts and add them into your binder. So after you've gone through notarizing the documents, you'll next record them in your notary journal. So it's recommended that you use a notary journal, even if it's not required in your state. Each state, of course, has different requirements, so make sure you know what's expected in your state. This is actually a journal I designed and use, and you can see it has the date, time, fee for the appointment, the signer's information, the types of notarial acts performed, and who signed those documents, and a place for the signer or signers to put their signature. So it really makes this process of the appointment go really smooth and quick. All right, so you know the process for presenting and notarizing the loan documents. There's one final piece to ensure you have a successful signing. It's your final check. So to simplify the process, I created an acronym. You might have heard me share it before, but the acronym is DOCS. So easy to remember, right? So first is dates. Check that's the correct date and print it nicely and clear by everyone. O is for overall check. While it's still at the signing table, page through each document and make sure there are no blanks and nothing has been missed. C stands for certificates, so check that your notarial certificates are fully complete and compliant with your state. Lastly, S is for signatures and initials, so make sure nothing was missed, including those sneaky initial lines at the bottom of the page. My last tips for you in this video are on what to avoid as a loan signing agent. Now, keep in mind, we all make mistakes, but having a positive attitude and making every effort to fix an error goes a long way. But here are some common mistakes that I see or have experienced. So first is sloppy writing. Make sure you and your signers write everything crystal clear. Also, unclear stamp impressions or stamping over words, not following the set of directions given to the notary, using the wrong pen color like black instead of blue, accidentally forgetting to collect items needed like a check or a copy of something, not making the cutoff time for dropping docs or getting scan backs to the signing service or title company, and not perfectly executing the notarial blocks. So now that you know these, you'll never make these mistakes, right? So thank you so much for making it to this part of the video. As I promised, here is the free workbook. So make sure you click the link in the description and it'll force a copy to your Canva account so you can edit it, write in notes digitally, or download it and print it. So now that you have the workbook, here's what you'll find inside and tips for completing it to further your skills and knowledge. Section 1 has questions you'll answer to make sure you're set up for success. Section 2 is a quick recap on completing notarial certificates and making sure you follow your state's requirements. Section 3 is a pop quiz. Just kidding. But let's see if you remember what the 3 common loan documents are that I mentioned in the video and put it into your own words, a short description, so that you can say that quickly and easily as you present those documents to your signers. So if it's cool with you, I wanted to extend a special invitation before I wrap things up. If you haven't heard about my mini course, Loan Docs 101 yet, let me give you a glimpse into what you could access right away. I'm handing you my proven systems, step-by-step strategies, techniques, and scripts all in one place. What you get are easy to implement, uncomplicated tools to gain confidence and grow as a loan signing agent. Inside the course, you'll find a course workbook, a sample loan package, scripts to 30 plus loan documents, and a special discount code to get 20% off anything in my Etsy shop. The best news, you can get instant access to it all for only $9. This is not a typo. If you join too, you'll get a bonus module. It has a 30-minute video where I walk you through how to present loan documents, plus tips on how to print out loan documents and test out your printer for both letter and legal sized paper. So in the chat, there is a link so you can take a look at Loan Docs 101 and join today because this offer is only available for a limited time. So as we start wrapping things up, I wanted to first say thank you so much for attending. I'd love to take time to answer any questions that you might have. So make sure you write them below in the chat. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And once again, thank you for attending. I hope this was helpful, and I can't wait to see you inside Loan Docs 101. Bye for now.